Hello everybody, here is my MainStays 20-inch electric griddle, 1500 watts, very nice non-stick surface. You can get this at Walmart for $20, 20 bucks, $19.99. So how good is something worth $19.99? I'll show you in a moment. So first, I bought my house in January. It did not have a stove or an oven, so I had to buy this. I went to Lowe's, I think it was Lowe's, an LG electric stove and oven, and I absolutely love it. It's got 5 burners. The 5th burner is more like a warming burner. It's got one of the burners in the lower left here. You can decide if you want the large or the small heating area. You got, choices. You got all kinds of choices. The oven is a great oven. All right, so I've been making stuff, baking stuff, frying things and whatnot on the stovetop. One of the things I wanted to make was pancakes, breakfast, right? So I went and I bought this Tefal griddle, right? And I spent 40 bucks on this stupid thing at Target. Notice I said stupid thing. Okay, because look, it's pancakes. I want some pancakes. Yes, I want to make some pancakes. It's total non-stick, yada, 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 yakety schmackety, except for one small problem. So my stove is one of these glass ceramic top things, and it's flat. There's no flame, right? It's electric. It's got a small a hot spot there, a small burner there. You got different choices. So here's the thing. This is a flat surface. There's no ribs. There's no nothing. Right? It's just a flat surface, and it gets red hot. And then you've got this flat griddle. So the first thing I noticed when I started making stuff is wherever the burner was, if it's over here, that's what got hot. If it's over here, that's what got hot. The rest of it, not so much. So the problem is that there's no ribs underneath here to distribute the heat. And although I think this is aluminum based, it doesn't really work. And then I found out, and I was not overcooking nothing. This is on a low temperature. Watch what happens. Whee! Like Wheel of Fortune here. Let's spin a... it is warped. It's not supposed to spin like this, right? It's not supposed to do that. This is dangerous when you're cooking stuff. So I said, well, this is ridiculous. So the way I cook on it is I go to the edge here, because there's like a little bit of a lip, to help kind of stabilize it a little bit. But I'm like, this is silly. I just want to make pancakes, or maybe throw some fried eggs in there, or bacon, or whatever, And yeah, I have other frying pans and other things, but I just want a griddle. A nice flat surface that's not warped. So it's actually warped in the middle. I called Tefal, and they're like, well, yeah, unfortunately, some electric stoves will do that. There's nothing we can do. So I was like, this is ridiculous. So I don't want to throw it out. I still will use it. I just have to be very, very careful on how I use it. So in the meantime, how do I make some pancakes? Well, this is how. For 20 bucks at Walmart, okay? They have all different types of griddles. I think they had 4 or 5 on the shelf. You can order all kinds of stuff from Amazon. It's a flat, non-stick surface. A very simple design. It's a very common, plug design. You take the plug, you slide it all the way in. Okay, make sure it's all the way in, and then you're going to turn it up. I found over here where the little light is to be the best. But it's got a little pull-out drawer for grease drippings and stuff, and it's all gonna drip in this little hole. So if you got bacon, and she's got like a little bit of a lip, so it'll help channel bacon grease and whatever else you might be cooking that might drain into the hole, so you're not having your food swimming in fat and juices and stuff. And if you look carefully, you can see here's the heating element. You can kind of see that on the surface. It is not a completely flat surface. We're close enough. So I said, well, for 20 bucks, how well does this thing work? For now, anyway. I don't know if this would be my go-to thing every time I want to make breakfast, and pancakes and stuff. But for now, it's actually much more impressive than I ever thought possible. Okay, so it's plugged in. We're going to see what happens in a moment. I'll show you. I made some pancakes yesterday. I got this Bisquick. Just when you're in a pinch, you don't feel like making the big deal. You get one of these things, you pour some water in it, you shake it up, off you go, instant pancakes. So there's a little bit of batter left. I hope it works. I put the rest that's in here in the refrigerator, so hopefully we'll have a go at this and it'll be a good deal. Also, remember, this is a non-stick surface, and I've actually seen the reviews on this. If you go to Walmart.com, this for $20, it's actually got the highest rating of all of the griddles. There's Presto, there's a couple other brands. This is MainStays. This is like the Walmart version. So what do you get for $20? You know what? I'll use this thing. I will. And I was very impressed with it yesterday, enough that I wanted to make a video. So we're just waiting a little bit. I will put some a little drop of batter on there in a moment and check the temperature. But one thing I did find that I wanted to mention too before I get going with this. Oh, you can feel the heat coming off this right away. This area is going to get a little hotter than the rest. So although it's mostly, I'll give it this, mostly evenly heated for the most part, because it's a very thin piece of aluminum or whatever. So it is, it's not perfect by any means. It's not. It really is not. But I was doing bacon last night and I had the strips. So wherever the bacon crossed this line or this line, it got a little more burnt or a little more cooked than the rest of it. Same thing with pancakes, you'll find. So if you're just going to put them right in the middle, or along the edges here, it'll be nice. If you put them over the line, it's going to be just a slight difference. But it's like to the acceptable level compared to this thing, which had a hot spot here and a hot spot there. Like wherever you placed it over whichever burners you had going, that was it, or that was it, or that's it. And this is not a great system. This is not really that good for my gorgeous, I keep saying that, I love this LG stove. Love it. Stove and oven. I really do. All right, so let's see what happens. I'll put some batter on here and we'll see what happens here. All right, so here we got 3 pancakes going. I decided to go right down the middle. Got my plastic utensils. You never want to put metal on these things. Now look, see? It hasn't really even been on that long, and watch. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so if you see over here, it's a little darker than here, but look. Look at this. They're kissing. Oh, I'm going to mess this whole thing up, aren't I? Alright, well, that's alright. This one might be a little too early, but look at this. Beautiful pancakes. They really are. I'm holding the camera with one hand and my turner with the other. But the point is, this thing really, really does work. I actually decided to lower it just a little bit. I felt it was actually getting a little too hot. Let's take another pancake going on here. Get 2 more out of this batter. Okay. And, like I said, so I dropped this thing down to about maybe 375. Okay. It was a little bit higher, but I just don't want to scorch the pancakes. I always say the first batch of pancakes is, whatever. But you saw they're pretty good. Right? That looks edible. Nice little stack of pancakes. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, so these might be a little underdone on that side. But I like I said, I think it's a learning experience, and I'll get the hang of it exactly what temperature it should be on. But to be honest, I'm sold on this MainStays $20, $19.99. Here's the dial. I saw somebody wrote a review and they said that the numbers wear off. So if they're going to start to wear off, maybe I'll just take a little knife and scratch like little notches or whatever here and there. And here's my last pancake out of this this mix. Again, I had used about 3/4 of it yesterday, so I wasn't expecting too many pancakes this morning. But see, it's kind of bubbling up already, kind of rising up a little bit, and that's what you want. You want, if it's too cold, it's never going to cook properly. If it's too hot, you're going to scorch it immediately. So finding that right temperature. Right now, I moved it to 300 even. Right, so it's 300 degrees even, just slightly short of this. This is a little light. Looks like a teardrop, but it's a light. So this looks like this is about the time you want to turn it, when you got the bubbles coming up. If you start to see smoke, you've gone too long. That's just burnt. Ugh. Who wants a burnt pancake? Eesh. Flip it. That's a little underdone to my taste, but not bad. Not bad at all. So there you have it. Making pancakes with the MainStays 20-inch electric griddle. Not bad. So there you have it. Very nice. Like I said, for $19.99, I don't know if you can do much better. I really don't. Walmart, I'm impressed. So MainStays 20-inch non-stick 1500 watt griddle is here to stay, at least for now. And if there's any problems with it, I'll let you know. Enjoy.